We got more presents. Let me get this so you can actually see my face. Hi! Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and we got more presents. Now, one of my viewers sent me some things for Christmas. Originally, it was one thing, and then he bought the other two things to spite my girlfriend. Now, there's a whole story time behind all of this. So, if for some reason you don't want to listen to a story time, you can like skip to this timestamp and just see the unboxing, because I'm going to ramble for a little bit. So, one of my viewers, Bryce, also known as the Brick Boy 103 from back in the day, he and I have known each other for a long time. We've been friends for a while. He trolled me in the past at one point, and then over the years we just talked in the DMs on like Twitter or something, and he went through hard times. I was there for him. I went through hard times. He was there for me. So we pretty much became pretty close friends at this point. We even hung out at Too Many Games multiple times, and we had a great time. And this is not the first time he sent me any of this stuff either. Like, he sent me stuff in the past. He even gave me stuff personally as well. Like, for example, like recently he got me this Sonic Frontier statue, and I already done a review on that. He gave me this copy of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which I still gotta open, because I haven't played this back since I was playing on PS3. But one of the first things he gave me that I'm always gonna keep in my collection is Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules. Now, he loves this game. I don't love it anywhere close to as he does, but this is the first thing he ever sent to me, so this is always going to be in my collection. With this said, I know what he gave me. I already know what he gave me, so I'm going to go in order on, like, the smallest to the biggest, I guess. Originally, he got me the one thing on the bottom here. It's going to be the last thing we open. And then he's shown me what he got, another friend, his name is Josh, what he got him for Christmas or his birthday or something one year. And I was showing my girlfriend a text, and she's like, how does he afford all this? What does he do to afford all this? To be honest, I don't know. And I don't think that's any of my business either. I never asked. So I told him how I'm going to go to Target to try to look for a certain thing. And then he's like, you know what? He buys it for me. And then my girlfriend gets all mad. And then like a week or two later, I'm talking to another friend on YouTube. And I jokingly hint at him, hey, my friend has this and I want it. So he buys that for me too. This man is silly, but I love him so much. So thank you so much, Bryce, for all of this. And not just all of this, but like even all the stuff that you've done for me in the past. Whether it be buying me that stuff or giving me that stuff, or being there for me emotionally, or other stuff like that. Like, thank you for being a good friend. But like the title says, this is all Sonic stuff. I know exactly what all this stuff is. But let's open it up. So let's move this box down here. We're going to start with this small one right here. Now, this is something I've wanted for a long time. And it's finally been released, and I've wanted it for so long. In fact, the next thing's the same story. I've wanted both of these things for so long, and I could never find these things in the wild. Every time I'd go to Target, I'd always look for these things. Never found them. But the first thing that we're going to open up is the last thing he got me, is the Rouge 2.5-inch figure. Now, I typically don't collect for the 4-inch line for Jack specifically because I have almost every, no, I do have every character that Jazzwares ever released. And I'm very proud of that lineup because it's also stuff I got from Toys R Us. So it's a giant sentimental value for me. And quite frankly, I don't have room to collect for the Jack stuff. Jax releases some great stuff, and there's some of the figures I do buy. But if I didn't have the Jazzwares collection, I'd probably go for the whole 4-inch line because the figures look great. And even some of the 2.5-inch ones look even great as well. But these ones kind of line up fairly well with the 3.5-inch line, especially the classic figures. The classic figures I noticed really blend in well. In fact, the Jax ones from the classic line are so much better than what Jazzwares put out. But I like Jazzwares, so I'm just going to stick with that stuff. But let's open this up, and I want to compare this to two of the other figures that I have. Please don't be difficult to get out. Please don't be difficult to get out. Oh, thank God. I love how... Whoa. Oh. Oh, okay. So the wings can fall off fairly easy. But I'm happy it's at a point where they just fall off and not break, so that's good. But for the first time, we have a Rouge figure. I've always wanted a Rouge figure ever since I was a little kid. But now, we gotta compare it. So for scaling, I also have Jack's Omega figure, because this is the only Omega figure they made ever. And I also got the 3.75 inch, oh, Rouge fell. Anyway, we got the Shadow figure as well from Jazzwares. And as you can tell in this little roll, they don't line up very well. But I think Rouge looks incredible. I think the 4-inch one is definitely the better one. But it definitely lines up with my Jazzwares figures much better than what a 4-inch one would. So, I think this looks fine. I think it looks great. Now we're just gonna move those to the side and we're gonna move on to the next package. Let's just move this big one down here too, and I'm just gonna throw this on the floor, make a mess. This next thing, when I saw this thing was announced, I got so excited because they never made one of these before. It's like same thing with Omega. So when I saw that they were finally making this, I was so hyped. And they packaged it very well. They put like styrofoam and bubble wrap in here. Like, that's impressive. I'll give them that. Here it is! Here it is! We got Chaos! Oh my god! I always wanted a Chaos figure, and now it's here! Oh my god! Hold on, let me grab a couple of Sonic figures. Give me a sec. Okay, honestly, this is probably the thing I'm the most excited for out of all of these, because this is the coolest one in my opinion. So for all the contenders, we have the Jazzwares Sonic, which I hear it actually poses half decently well with. A 4-inch Sonic that I bought a while ago that is very top heavy and I don't like all that well, and the knees are kind of weak. We got the movie Sonic, as well as the Sonic Nendoroid. Wait a minute, we need one more! We gotta have a figure from the game he came from! We got Resource! And I guess we'll have my childhood Toy Island as well as the Joyride Sonic, because lots of Sonic toys. Now that my desk is flooded with all these figures, let's open this up. Oh, let's go! Part of me is like punching myself because like this is gonna be worth something in the future. So the fact that I'm opening up a package like this, it's ridiculous. But I play with toys. It's okay. First up, this freaking Master Emerald. This thing is hollow. Like, you can see completely in the center of it. Like, there is no filling in there whatsoever. This thing is cheaply made, but I love it anyway. Well, honestly, I kind of like it. I like it a lot. If only I had, like, a very tiny egg carrier to just put in there, that'd be sick. But he's stuck in. God, no! He has those little tie things on him. Thankfully. We have nail clippers to help get those little tabs out. Okay, I think we got all the tabs. So, I guess you can pull them out. I hate pulling these figures out of these blister cards because I get so anxious on if I'm going to actually break it or not. Oh, I'm touching him. Oh, he feels a little slimy. He feels weird. But I love it. Trash. 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 Not trash. Oh my god. Oh, here he is. Oh my god. Okay. We gotta do like each individual lineup. First, we gotta do Jazzwares. Okay, the Jazzwares comparison doesn't look awful. I think it looks fine. Next up, let's do the Jax one. And that one, straight up, it just looks perfect because they're meant to be in scale with each other, so like that looks fine. Now obviously the Sonic Adventure 2 one's gonna be a little big because he's just a big figure already. Same thing with Toy Island. Toy Island's also massive. I think the Resource one actually looks really, really good. It makes me wish I had an E102 Gamma figure, but that thing's impossible to find, so I'm probably never gonna get that. We also got him next to Movie Sonic, and he looks good. He scales very well. And Nendoroid Sonic, oh my goodness, I love this so much. Oh man, this looks so good. I'm gonna pair him with the Jazzwares stuff, since that's where most of my selection is anyway. But he scales so much better with some of my other figures. Like, I just think that he's overall perfect. I love this Chaos so much. I wish he came with a brain inside of him, but the way he came out is amazing. I love this thing so much. He's so well articulated. Everything moves. It's just, I couldn't ask for a better figure. Jakks definitely nailed it out of the park for this one. Like, they did a phenomenal job. I just hope it ages well, because I have a feeling that once he's exposed to more oxygen, dust, and dirt, his translucentness is just not going to be as great anymore. So I kind of want to get another one just to keep in a package to make it look as minty as possible. But finding these things in the wild, at least in my area, is completely impossible. So I'll buy another one eventually. I can't get over this. This is so sick. Wait a minute. Now that we have the Master Emerald, let's compare it to Knuckles. Now, depending on what game you play, the Master Emerald comes in many different sizes. But I think it looks really good next to Knuckles for the 3.5-inch line. And if you have a 2.5-inch Knuckles, it looks even better. I was upset that I never got the Master Emerald from Jazzwares, but the Jakks specific one, I think, is a much better one anyway. Like, it's much bigger, and I feel like its scale is much better. The scale isn't still perfect, but it's still much better than what we had previously. So, I love this. This goes really well. And now, for the last thing he got me. This is something, when it was first announced, I thought it was so cool, and I've wanted it, but I have nowhere to put this thing. I still have no idea where I'm going to put this thing once it's done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set. Now, I love this thing. This thing is so cool. In fact, I actually want to do live streams of me trying to put this thing together. Hopefully the thing's not too massive. I don't expect this thing to be that massive, so I'm pretty sure I can find a spot somewhere for this. Because I also want to get like the NES Lego set, as well as the question mark block, and the Bowser set looks really cool as well. But we got a Sonic set now! Ah, this is so cool! And I'm like low-key panicking where I'm gonna put it, but I'm gonna figure it out though. If there's a will, there's a way. We're gonna make it work. So I'm actually really excited to stream myself putting this thing together. It's probably not that difficult. It's for 18 plus. Well, I think I should be fine, right? I also wish I got the Lego set from Lego Dimensions, because that's really cool, because it comes with a little tornado and stuff. And plus, that game is just so cool as it is. But I am so excited to put this thing together. So if you want to see me like actually try to put this thing together, I'll make sure I like have dedicated live streams for it. So make sure your notifications are on if you want to watch that, because I'll schedule the streams and everything. But I don't want you missing out on this. So we'll see how this goes. So that covers what Bryce got me for Christmas. I don't know what I love the most, because like originally I was like, it's probably Chaos, because like I always wanted this for the longest time. But now that I'm looking at it all together, I love all of this so much. So that's gonna cover it for the video. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's gonna be my social media. And again, make sure you catch my live streams on when I put this thing together. And I'll see you on the next one. So peace, peace.